to our League Challenge here at Psycho Turtle in Pico Rivera, California on Pokemon Legends ZA release weekend. We've all been having a lot of fun with ZA so far, but there is still VGC to be played. There is still Vegas coming up in just a couple of weeks, and a lot of players are still practicing. A lot of people here are going to be at Vegas, and we are excited to get underway with this challenge. Lots of championship points still on the line. We have Nicholas Stavrakis and Michael Aguirre here. Nicholas running that Fairy Gym Leader team with the Grimmsnarl, Azumarill, Comfey, Primarina, Rabombi, and the Terra Fairy, Ursaluna Bloodmoon. And Mickey on the other end running the Hisuian Typhlosion, Whimsicott, Ursaluna Bloodmoon, Farigiraf, Incineroar, and Rillaboom. Mickey's been playing really, really well over these past few weeks, I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeing him play in a bunch of different settings, and it's been pretty scary. It's been pretty dang scary. But Nicholas has so much experience with this team at this point. I was making a joke. There is a trainer, there is a side quest trainer, spoilers, there is a side quest trainer in ZA that just runs fairy types, and I was, oh, there's Nick! There's the Nick's NPC trainer, which was pretty fun, because he has so much experience with this full fairy team, and he definitely knows the lines that he has to play through in a lot of cases, and Michael might not. So I'm curious to see how this one is going to go between these two. See the leads here. It's going to be the Ursaluna and the Whimsicott against the Grimmsnarl and the Comfey. So that's a very passive lead from Nicholas's side, which could be a little concerning playing against this team that Michael has, because you have to be a little worried about big bear damage right now. Although at the same time, you could go for whatever setup that you want here along with the light screen, because you know that's going to reduce the damage, but depends on how that plays out here. Seems like Michael's taking his time a little bit to try to figure out what to do here. It's going to be the Terra. Probably going to be the Blood Moon. Yep, indeed, the Blood Moon. Probably going to Terra Normal, I would assume. Well, it's Terra Normal, we know for sure. Okay, light screen. my screen went off for a second. We're going to see the Moonblast into the Grimmsnarl. Ooh, I wonder if this is going to be an attempt to just KO the Grimmsnarl straight up. No, it's the Hyper Voice here. Makes a lot of sense. We'll see if this KOs the Grimmsnarl. It does. Comfey takes a decent chunk. Comfey does get the Trick Room up, though, which is a big deal, although the Whimsicott does have Encore. So now it's a question of what you do about that problem. Although actually Comfey is perfectly fine with that, because Comfey has Triage, which goes ahead of Encore. You just have to use either have to switch or use one of those healing moves right now. And the bear's gonna switch out of there, actually. It's gonna be the cat. It's gonna be Wolf's Incineroar. Oh man, it's too funny. It's too funny every time. And we'll see the Comfey switch out as well. That's actually a really nicely timed switch for Nicholas, because Michael had the faster switch, which means the Azumarill ends up not being intimidated there, which is really big. And the Blood Moon coming through. Is it going to hit the Incineroar? It will. It's not going to knock out the Incineroar, though. Barely takes the hit. Just a sliver of HP remaining. But that does mean the Fake Out pressure is still live. No reason not to go for the Azumarill here, I feel. There's the Terra. Give me the Terra Fire Azumarill. Very common. Nicholas will go for this as the Terra option. And yep, there's the Fake Out into the Azumarill. See, ooh, it's gonna be the Encore actually onto the Blood Moon. I believe that means it gets to use Blood Moon now? Let's find out. Yes, it does get to use Blood Moon a second time, but it can't click it a third time. So, honestly, a pretty nice little move for Michael. It's able to get the Incineroar off the field after basically filling what it needs to do. Still stalling out turns of the Trick Room, and now bringing out the Bear. What is the play here? It's be the Liquidation into the Ursaluna, not going to do anything there. I wonder if Nicholas knew how the Blood Moon interaction worked. I'm gonna ask him after. Big damage on the Blood Moon the other direction towards the Azumarill, but it's not going to pick up the KO. Ursaluna will struggle into, and it does actually break the Sash on the Whimsicott, so that is pretty meaningful actually. But it does take a lot of damage in return, and it might get KO'd actually by the Moonblast. No, it will take the Moonblast. So I believe this is the last turn of Trick Room now. Do I know that for sure? No. Will I say it regardless? Yes. Yes, I will. And I think it's a really good spot for Mickey, because I think that Bear can protect, and if the Bear protects, get like a Protect Tailwind, and then start running over the rest of this battle. Ursaluna on Nicholas's side, gonna switch out, even though it could have clicked the Blood Moon here. Comfey will come in. Liquidation, actually, just going into Bear, gonna pick up the KO. The critical hit I don't think was needed. Pretty interesting play there from Mickey. Would have anticipated the Protect. It's just gonna be the Moonblast into the Azumarill, not enough to KO. This could get a little bit dicey now. Because there is the Hisuian Typhlosion. And the problem is, there's a lot of healing available with that Comfey, with the Triage. Floral Healing is a 3 additional priority move, which means it'll go before Tailwind, it'll go before Aqua Jet, it'll go before a lot of stuff. There's the Floral Healing, goes first, as I mentioned. Heals up the Azumarill a lot. Ooh, there's the Sunny Day, though. We'll see, how much does this do from the Typhlosion? It's the Heat Wave, actually, locking into that. Doesn't KO the Comfey, that is tough. Ooh, but gets the burn, that will pick up the KO. Tough for Nicholas after getting the narrow take there. And that's actually way less damage than I thought it would be. Even in Sun, I am surprised that the Typhlosion there was able to take that hit. It's going to be tough here. He has to get rid of this Azumarill. I think there was a little bit of a misplay earlier, allowing the Blood Moon to get taken out, because this Azumarill is now able to take just enough hits to get through this. Does Aqua Jet KO? Yes, it does, and that will do it basically for Game 1. There's really no way for the Whimsicott to take out the... what's that Pokemon named? Azumarill? Probably Azumarill. And the Terra Blast will finish it off. Really nicely played by Nicholas, and as I was saying, he knows the lines. He knows what he needs to get done to win these games. And certainly made it work there. I'm curious what Mickey is going to do to adapt to game number 2, because I think he had a pretty good line there and just kind of borked it a little bit right at the end. Potentially had to just get a little bit more aggressive or keep the Blood Moon around a little bit longer, because that Azumarill is really tanky. And the, especially that Terra Fire is really useful for getting that done. Game number 2 now. See how both these players decide to switch things up. There's definitely some room to improve for Nicholas. That's one of those games where if you're Mickey, you're like, oh, I really wish I would have won that one because I know that I can't really run back the exact same thing because it's not going to work the same way the second time. So you kind of have to play around it a little bit differently here. But Mickey definitely taking his time to consider this one. Lock in here. Game number 2 here. This is round 1 of our challenge. We've got 28 players here today. 2 or 3 seniors, I think, so like 26 masters. And we're gonna get the Incineroar Ursaluna lead against the Rillaboom, or not Rillaboom, Rabombi Ursaluna. Rillaboom's not a fairy type. Rabombi does have the Shield Dust, so it is basically immune to Fake Out. We'll see what the play is with that in mind. It's gonna be... Ooh, Michael's just gonna switch out the bear. That's a little surprising. It is the Whimsicott coming in. It's actually a nice little move. Because now the Ursaluna is going to have to switch out on the Encore. Incineroar going for the Fake Out into that slot. Rombi just going for the Fake Tears into the Whimsicott slot. That is not what you want. So, not a ton getting done there on either side. Though I would say that Mickey comes out a little bit better, having kind of initiated the silliness going on. Ursaluna switches out as it basically has to. I wonder if Mickey will call that and try to do something a little bit more aggressive with the Whimsicott here. Nope, just going for the Encore into that slot. Can't really let yourself get beat by that. There's the Tailwind from the Rabombi. And Parting Shot from the Incineroar just into the Rabombi slot, which is not a huge deal for Nicholas, not a huge problem. But it does mean the Incineroar gets to swap out here with the Primarina in. And just going into the Ursaluna. Like Nicholas just going to get kind of on the aggressive side here. Curious. Ooh. Bear just going for the Protect here. Let's see, I think the Whimsicott should drop to this. It does get the Tailwind off, but it might just be a sacrifice Tailwind that's able to get here. There's the Struggle Bug. It's neutral damage into the Whimsicott, but the Whimsicott is at -2 special defense, keep in mind. So yeah, it'll take a pretty big chunk. And the Hyper Voice, I would imagine this has to KO. With Liquid Voice, yep, does pick up the KO. And that'll activate Throat Spray as well. So the Primarina and the Rabombi still sitting on the field. Tailwinds are matched right now, keep in mind. It's going to be the Incineroar coming back out, but no real reason why this can't be a Protect on the Primarina. See what the Rabombi goes for, but the Rabombi will still be the fastest thing on the field. Can't be hit by Fake Out because of the Shield Dust, which I already said. Although it could be hit by the Fake Out, which could just be a way to break the Sash to let the Ursaluna finish it off, but Ursaluna will still probably have to eat a Struggle Bug regardless. We're going to see the Terra on Mickey's side. I got to imagine that's the Ursaluna. Yep, it is. Yep. Second game in a row with that Terra Normal Ursaluna. We'll see the Struggle Bug actually come out first. No Protect. No Fake Out, no Protect. Very interesting here. There's the Hyper Voice at -1, but with Life Orb. Good damage, not enough to KO either of those targets. Primarina should be next. No, it's Incineroar next, actually. Incineroar will take out the Rabombi, but won't do too much more than that, and should drop to a Hyper Voice here. See if Ursaluna does as well. Ursaluna barely takes the Hyper Voice, and Incineroar does not, and Nicholas is in a really good spot now. With the Azumarill in the back as well, you can Aqua Jet and keep that slot trapped. Yep, this is looking real good for Nick at this point. And you kind of have your choice of which to go for here. You could either Aqua Jet to finish off the Ursaluna or Aqua Jet to hit the Typhlosion. I might honestly go for the Aqua Jet into the Typhlosion, but shouldn't really matter too much. I think Nicholas has got this one wrapped up pretty cleanly. There's that Terra Fairy Azumarill. And that's the big thing, is that if you land the Aqua Jet here, you know that you are not getting hurt by the Typhlosion at this point. Even the Eruption won't be doing a crazy amount of damage here. Both these Pokemon resist. It's going to be the Heat Wave. I think Primarina... Oh, Primarina easily takes that. And the Hyper Voice the other way. This might KO. Yep, it sure does. And Nicholas Stavrakis with an excellent 2-game victory. Again, Mickey's been playing real well in this regulation so far, but a really well played set by Nicholas, just being able to play around those win conditions. The Azumarill, the Primarina in game number 2, the Comfey healing. I mean, the priority healing, a lot of people kind of underrate on that level. Hey, it's me again. A lot of people underrate the healing on that level, but in any case, we're going to take a quick break. We will be back with round number 2. Don't go anywhere.